Tonight's headlines. MSU reveals plans for new student athletic center. Governor vetoes bill to allow Optimus Prime friends. And elderly Christian man brags about sex life.
I've been sleeping with a teacher for 38 years.
This is the Beaumont Bulletin, and this is the news. Hello all, I'm Jack Anderson, and this is the Beaumont Bulletin. We've got a new year ahead of us, a glorious new year full of gloriously glorious new news, both of the good and bad sort. So why should we waste any more of your time? You want news? We've got news. So here you go. Former MSU football coach and current unemployed horn dog Mel Tucker has officially been fired. Fittingly, we are going to reuse the same headline we wrote last year. After a few rough weeks for the Michigan State football team, fans began to worry as medical reports suggested that Mel Tucker suffered from blue balls. The Beaumont Bulletin can happily announce, following a win over Wisconsin, that Tuck can still, in fact, come. Keep chopping. Tuck coming? Well, now Tuck's going. Federal Health and Human Services has recently floated the possibility of reclassifying marijuana from a Schedule I drug, the most police classification of narcotic, to a Schedule III drug. Despite its seemingly deep concern for preventing addiction, the government has not classified tobacco or alcohol as any type of scheduled drug. Many wondering why may be pointed to the fact that no government officials have ever received donations from Big Munchies. Colleges around the nation are roughly 1 month into their school year, and here at Michigan State, we wanted to see how students were getting along and what major changes are happening at MSU. Roger Maithwaite has the story.
Jack, I had originally planned to talk to you about the students in campus today. Alas, I found myself in a bit of trouble. You see, I came into our voiceover recording booth here in Beaumont Studios at approximately 12 p.m. today. I recorded my necessary voiceover for today's segment, and upon my exit from the booth, I found the door to be locked, or jammed to whatever degree. Nonetheless, I'm now stuck in this tiny, cramped voiceover booth. I assumed that someone would have come by now and seen me, but my assumptions proved to be nothing more than wet kindling on a small flame.
You know, I really love it here. You have everything you need. You have the football, you have the basketball. I mean, you even have soccer. I don't even know.
Okay, yeah, there's that interview. You know, that was not even that great of a news story to begin with. I had to pay that kid $5 just to give me usable content. The real story here should be that MSU kids will do anything for $5, but I digress. However, I still need help. I'm hoping that from now till air, anyone will come by and let me out. But on the rare chance that that does not happen, I suppose you'll see this live on air. Roger Maithwaite, the Beaumont Bulletin.
Thanks, Roger. Riveting reporting, as always. This past summer was filled with record-breaking blockbusters. To catch you up on the must-see films you might have missed is our resident cinema expert, Mo V's. Thanks for coming in today, Mo.
My pleasure, Jack. Now, I'd like to start by taking a deep dive into Sony's Across the Spider-Verse.
Sure. You know, I managed to catch that one in theaters. Easily one of the best animated features in recent memory. I mean, that animation. Wow. And those characters, so engaging. Plus, the idea that human life is futile and free will is an illusion left me without a good night's rest for weeks. What did you think, Mo?
I think you're clearly an idiot.
What?
I mean, you and the other sheep who mindlessly flocked to this film completely missed the blatant corporate money grabbing that it's so soullessly indulged in. I mean, it's not even a full story, people. It's half a plot diagram that barely gets halfway through the rising action before cutting to black and making you pay to see the climax in the sequel. Batteries not included in this movie, folks. You'll have to buy the conclusion G.I. Joe separately.
But Pavitra Spider-Man is so quirky.
You are a pig who stuffed your face with a trough of meaningless story tropes while the corporate overlords who made the film picked your pockets.
Okay. But what about the other movies of the summer, Mo? Surely you have good things to say about Oppenheimer, Christopher Nolan's masterpiece.
I couldn't even sit through Oppenheimer, Jack. I mean, I walked out of the theater after 30 minutes. I mean, after all the talking, it's like, when's the bomb gonna go off, you know? You'd think a movie about World War II would have a little more action.
Well, it's meant to be a dramatized representation of historical events and a critique of anti-communist rhetoric in America.
Not dramatized enough, if you ask me, Jack. I have a different take on this masterpiece. Picture this. Mega commie super spy J. Robert Oppenheimer forms an unlikely alliance with the US government to battle robot Hitler in an epic duel. I wouldn't be falling asleep in that theater, Jack.
But what of historical accuracy, Mo?
What of engaging filmmaking?
Huh. You know, you've had all these interesting things to say today about this summer's movies, Mo, but I have just one more question for you. What about the Barbie movie? It was an international hit. Surely you have something good to say.
I would answer that with a question for you, Jack. When did you start hating men?
Well, if we're including myself, then every day. Anyways, thank you, Mo, for coming in today. You did an okay job. We'll be back after these quick messages. Being a full-time, legitimate news anchor is hard work. I often feel run down and not like my usual chipper self. But that's all changed, thanks to Mr. Doctor's non-specific pill.
Mr. Doctor's non-specific pills may or may not be FDA approved.
Now, I'm back to feeling the way I want to be feeling.
Mr. Doctor's non-specific pills may cause dizziness, drowsiness, and mild glaucoma.
Now, I'm back to feeling the way I want to be feeling.
You may experience intense, irreversible memory loss, gravelly eyes, thoughts of clowns and unprofessional moments, and explosive and implosive diarrhea.
Hey Jack, do you think I could get one of those pills?
No, you can't have any of the pills, okay? Because they're my pills. You understand that these are mine? Do you get that? Nod if you get that. You're not nodding hard enough. Yeah.
You will definitely experience hissy fits, loose toenails, wet feet, dry colon, spicy burps, and people asking you, "Are you okay?"
They're mine. I am okay. Thanks to these little babies. I can't live without them.
Users have gained dependence on these pills, which result in death when not ingested on a 13 times a day basis.
I's got to have my pills.
If you find yourself shouting at the sky and committing arson, do not turn yourself in. You are exercising your Second Amendment rights.
Burger I left out is still good, but I didn't. I forgot to put it in the fridge.
If you have any questions, consult no one. No one can know about these things, okay? You got it?
No one is touching my pills. Thanks to Mr. Doctor's non-specific pill, I'm back to feeling the way I want to feel.
We're gonna rattle off some other side effects real quick. Irritated ear canals, exploding veins disease, receding hairlines in children, bad vibrations, spooky dreams, stinky breath, false ambitions, broken dreams, decapitated loved ones, fat fingers, soupy bones, wiggly shins, a complete and utter lack of respect for authority, and slight discomfort. Not recommended for anyone over or under the age of 40. Mr. Doctor's non-specific pills, give them a whirl!
Get back over here. We've got more news. Hank the Tank, a 400-pound bear responsible for multiple home break-ins in California and Nevada, has been caught and prosecuted. A quote from his legal counsel, "He barely did anything wrong." In other bear news, Tripod, a three-legged bear from Florida, has been detained after breaking into a home and drinking all the booze from a mini-fridge. The case was thrown out as the Florida judge deemed the bear was just exercising his Floridian rights to breaking and entering an unhealthy alcohol consumption. The two bears will meet this Saturday night in the ring for a Hell in a Cell match at Super Mega Slam. Buses. Some of us love them, some of us hate them. Most of us know what a bus is. But here at MSU, does anybody really understand the bus system? Or what a CATA even is? Beaumont's own Debbie Martinez has the story. Debbie?
Hey, Jack. I'm assuming you were expecting to hear Debbie Martinez, but no, it's me again, Roger Maithwaite. I am still stuck in this forsaken voiceover recording booth. I have been in here for a total of 4 hours now. I am hungry, thirsty, and the lack of good airflow is making me quite delusional and weary. Actually, Debbie even came up to the door of the VO booth to record her segment, saw me inside, assumed I was recording, and walked away, despite my disheveled look and pleas for help.
Oh yeah, it gets real crazy out there. I probably hit I think 20 kids. I don't know how many of them even survive, man. I just keep on driving. That's what they pay me to do, right?
Are you kidding me? That guy probably murdered several students and we're just glossing over that. That's big news, and that guy should probably be arrested. Never mind. So anyways, please help me out. Let me out. I do not want to be here anymore. Roger Maithwaite, please save me.
Thanks, Debbie. What a fascinating story. Well, folks, that's all the news we've got today. Hopefully you liked it. And if not, too bad. It's all we've got. But we'll have some hot, fresh news for you next time. On a different note, we must celebrate a piece of equipment here at Beaumont Studios, our voiceover recording booth. It has been in commission since 1953, and after 70 years is finally being retired. After today's program, the booth will be removed and put into a military-grade trash compactor. Thank you for your service, voiceover booth, and thank you all for watching today. I'm Jack Anderson, and this has been the Beaumont Bulletin.